And one of the most Googled financial questions is whether to choose an RRSP and TFSA. Welcome to another episode of the TF Team podcast series on YouTube. We're happy to be with you today, as always. And I'm here, which is...
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. He's here. And we're here to tell you about things that can help you become better financially. All right? And one of the, as we learned, one of the most Googled financial questions is whether to choose an RRSP and TFSA. So we're in 2025, and so much has already happened in the year. And we don't need more problems.
No.
Right?
No.
We have enough. So to help you solve that problem of whether to choose a TFSA or RRSP, we've elected to talk with you today. I don't know why, but we've got the expert as always. So tell us a little bit about why choose a TFSA against an RRSP.
Well, here's the thing. If you could do both,
you can
go for it, right? Okay. So they both have value. I guess it's for most Canadians, right? Money is tight.
Yeah.
And if we're going to save, we could probably do only one. So it's going to depend on your situation. But typically, if you are in a lower income tax bracket, right? So the lowest tax bracket now is about $57,000 or less. If you make less than that, then go with the TFSA.
Maximize your TFSA.
That is correct, because you probably don't need the tax break or the tax deduction that the RRSP provides you with.
And I will also say, in terms of whether to choose, it depends on what your goal is. If you have a long-term goal or a short-term goal, that depends on which one you choose. Because let's say I want to buy a car in 2 or 3 years from now, against I want to buy a house 10 years from now. Which one would, based on those two examples, which one would I use?
Car, TFSA.
Okay.
House, RRSP.
Right.
Right. Because of the home buyer's plan. So, and we harp on this all the time. It's always about goals, right? Yeah. So we don't want to go there willy-nilly. Let's identify what your goals are, and then we'll figure out the right investment strategy for yourself, right?
Yeah, and because the TFSA provides the withdrawal tax-free, in a short term, you don't want to be paying taxes if you take money out of your RRSP. And then with the RRSP, you have to put that money back and all of that situation, because you want to save for your home buyer's plan, and then for retirement, you want to save and let that accumulate rather than let it just sit there. So I would say for that short-term goal, especially for buying a car, maybe you want to pay for education, whatever that goal might be. You want to go on a vacation next year. TFSA is the choice, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you another one. If you are the average Canadian, living paycheck to paycheck per se, then probably your best bet is, we've talked about the emergency fund. It's a good tool to put money into a TFSA, into an emergency fund, just in case we need it. Because if you put money into an RRSP and you need the money, when you're going to take it out, there's going to be withholding tax.
That's right.
Right? And it could be from anywhere from 10% to 30% withholding tax. So that's probably not a good thing. Second, if, I remember myself, and actually even now, I've got how many jobs do I have? I can't remember. But if you are, you have a few jobs out there, so you're working part-time, 2 or 3 jobs. Typically, if you work one job, the company that you work for knows exactly how much money that you're making. So they take exactly the right amount of taxes. So come tax time in April, you're not going to owe any money because they've taken just the right amount of taxes from your paycheck. So you're not going to owe, and you're probably going to get a refund as a result of that. So the need for an RRSP is not so great.
Yeah.
But if you're working two jobs, right? So let's say one job you're making 35,000, second job you're making 70.
Mhm.
They don't know about each other.
Yeah.
So they're taxing you based on making $35,000, both of them.
Right.
But you're actually making 35 times 2, which is $70,000. So they're not taxing you enough as a result of that. So come tax time, you're going to owe money. So probably in this situation, it would be better to put money into an RRSP to lower your taxes or lower your income to a lower threshold. And that way you won't have to pay that much tax and potentially get a refund. So if your bottom line, you have one job, TFSA,
Mhm.
two jobs or more, consider the RRSP because
Yeah.
you might need the tax break.
So this now leads me to tell our listeners, if they've got they don't know
Mhm.
whether to go TFSA RSP. This is where the team helps.
Mhm.
And also, like you might be, as you said, living paycheck to paycheck, and you
Mhm.
might not be sure
Mhm.
whether you can even contribute to a TFSA or RSP.
Mhm.
This is where we can help by, if you consult with us,
Mhm.
we can be able to do a diagnosis
Mhm.
to go through
Mhm.
what's really there in terms of your finances,
Mhm.
and we can even see where we can divert some of the funds
Mhm.
where that contribution is going into your TFSA. And when we say divert the funds, we're not saying, oh, we're going to take the $20 cash and just put a $20 cash in your TFSA.
Mhm.
No, we're going to put it into tools that will
Yeah,
look to
like
generate a little bit.
segregated funds,
Right.
mutual funds,
That's right.
GICs, GIAs, you name it, based on your risk tolerance.
That's right.
So yeah, you're right. It's all about planning. And
Mhm.
again, that whole that whole paycheck to paycheck.
Mhm.
I just had a client right now whereby what I'm doing is creating like 2 or 3 TFSAs for her.
Yeah.
One for emergency funds,
Mhm.
one for her annual savings strip, and one that she wants to fund for her potential wedding, right? So there's no limit to the amount of TFSAs that you could have, but it's earmarked for different things as long as you don't go over the annual or total contribution limit.
So I need to set up my TFSA for my wedding.
There you go. Don't look at me. I'm already spoken for.
What do you mean?
No comment. Go for it.
There is potential there
Mhm.
for you to get more business from me.
That is correct.
Right.
That is correct.
So this is where that's what you said. You can have different goals
Mhm.
and you can have different TFSAs. That's one of the things. That's the beauty.
Mhm.
Once you just don't go over your limit, and
Exactly.
you don't have to worry about going over your limit if you
Mhm.
work with the team.
Mhm.
We'll be monitoring that. We're gonna say, hey, hold on,
Exactly.
you can't put any more.
Yeah.
You're gonna go over your limit. We don't want that to happen.
Exactly.
Right?
And if you have extra money like that, then what we've talked about at the beginning, if you could do both, put money into the RSP,
Yeah.
generate the refund,
Mhm.
and come April, when you get the refund from your taxes, put the refund in your TFSA.
That's
So
right.
it's kind of the best of both worlds.
There you go.
Sounds good.
So, what are we doing tomorrow? We're going to open a TFSA.
Oh, I thought golfing. You're
We're going to have to have a TFSA for golfing.
That's right.
Because the expenses.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, right?
That's what I think.
Are
You
you
and I
going to take
need
me
to.
golfing with your GST money that you got?
No GST, buddy.
You didn't get any GST
no
money?
GST, buddy.
There you go. So, that's where, I got my GST money last Friday.
So you're taking me golfing,
So I'm
then.
taking you golfing.
Or we'll put that
But
money
we'll put
into a TFSA so that when we earmark it for golf at a later date.
That's correct.
And
so
grow.
we are going to buy some shares,
Mhm.
and we're gonna let it go to a certain percentage,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna sell it, and then we're gonna take that money and buy tax-free from
Mhm.
our TFSA
Mhm.
to go golf.
Sounds good to me.
Right? But dinner's on you.
No comment.
So that's where you can plan. So
Mhm.
plan with the team.
Mhm.
Let them go through. You might be there. You're listening. You're thinking, can I contribute to a TFSA or an RRSP? Maybe you can. But you need to have a conversation with the
Yeah,
team.
because you can with as little as
Yeah.
$40, $50,
Yeah.
right? Per month or per pay.
And it accumulates.
Exactly.
Right? It accumulates. And any financial advisor that you talk to, they will tell you that, you should set up a PAC so that you can continuously contribute, so that over time, that growth that you'll see, you're not going to see it in a year or 3 years. Over time, if you keep that money there, whether RRSP, TFSA, you're going to see the growth potential.
Exactly. I mean, talking about growth, I mean, if you maximize your TFSA, right? So roughly about $583.33 a month.
Yeah.
Over 30, 35 years. I know it's a long time, but time does fly. At a moderate rate of return of 6 to 7%.
Yeah.
By that time, you could potentially generate close to $1 million.
There you go. And I can retire in Antigua.
Tax-free.
I can retire in Antigua tax-free on a cruise ship.
Guyana.
In Guyana.
Don't come to Antigua. That's my restful, peaceful place. But
That's where you picked out your spot.
There's only 2 golf courses in Antigua, but that's okay.
Excellent. So thank you for watching today. We hope that we've answered some of your questions when it comes to TFSA RRSP, and make that investment decision today and invest, with the team. Invest time with us, and we can help you. All right. So let's have that conversation today. Like, subscribe, and reach out to us. Reach out to this guy on my right, or any member of the team. Like, subscribe, TF team, follow us on all social media platforms as well. We've got great topics and information for you. Catch you on the next one.
Bye for now.